Check pass. Check pass.
Room here to run. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To throw is King. Throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He can run for it, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, King. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. The 40, the 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball.
Never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied at 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And that was a nice... Strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now a run with Cook. And some room to run now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jags picking up the first down. There, a gain of 12.
That's good for another Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Now King on first and 10. It's caught by Bryant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Stepping up, he'll try, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their mobile quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Cracks, cracks. Real. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Real.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Come get some. He don't want it. 45 to Mike. Hey, I'm 133. 45.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker his first touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Going up top, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. King now from the gun. He'll throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Taco Charlton able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Cox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
This is Gaskin on the carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here. 45. Hey, Irvin. I'm scared. Check 45 to Mike.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he comes back with one complete.
Complete to number 2. Brings up 3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's King on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. King to throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10. King nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So they come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
To throw is King. Throwing on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. King going to throw deep for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows?
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Point it right. 45. Mike, 45.
To throw, Mayfield looking deep for Jennings. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 11. That one complete. He finds Sharp. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now King off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
King now, throwing on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's King, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
On the ready. 55, line 55. I got you. I got you.
Throwing on 3rd and long. King. He may try and run for this. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
45, 45, 45. Hurry. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 45.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Set, 180. Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. King. Hey, box truck.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Again, it's Cook. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Running for it. Here's Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. King from the gun, he'll throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 45, 45, Mike, 45. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's a 39-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, dude. Bend it.
Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. Hurry, hurry. Regular.
From the 27, Mayfield. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Mayfield down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Stay with your man.
He's back to throw. And an alley to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for DJ Shark. Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
My 55, my 55. Hey, eat. It's a party out. It's a party out.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for Miami, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen,